What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Burke Ventures. I'm Emerson Burke, and on this episode, I'm going to be taking you with me as I work on a commission for a client. Now, this client did reach out to me and said I have full freedom with the piece. I threw him a couple ideas, and he was immediately on board. So I'm excited to show you guys what I have in store. It's an idea that's kind of been brewing, honestly, for many years now, and I'm very excited to finally bring it to life. So a few years back, I was thrifting. I came across this really big Uncle Sam We Want You poster, vintage, and I bought it, had it up in my house for a while when I was living with T. Cruz, my old roommate. And of course, now that I've moved into the new house, it is pretty big and I just haven't had any wall space for it. I always had this idea of filling the negative space behind Uncle Sam in this poster with a Captain America comic. Of course, they play off each other well. You know, always wanted to start it, but just never got around to it. And I thought this was such an awesome opportunity to do that, especially given that I have the client's freedom to do, you know, to make something awesome. As much as I'd like to keep the piece for myself when I originally thought of it, there's no better feeling than making something that somebody else can enjoy, of course, and a conversation piece for people, you know, when they come over and see it. So just wanted to give you guys that little backstory. Now let's go ahead and get into the episode. So step one, don't mind this messy area. Shout out to Darth Maul. Step one is gonna be getting this piece. Look how big it is. Oh, it's a big piece. I'm gonna be getting this, taking it inside, measuring these areas here around it, and then we'll be able to start cutting it up. I need to decide what I'm actually gonna do. Originally thinking about it, just filling in this negative space, but now as I look at it, I'm thinking I may do everything where it goes to the white, and then even possibly cutting out the lettering or creating my own stencil and kind of putting it on the collage that will be behind him. Here we are, you guys, Jesse James Comics. It also is an arcade. Let's go inside, see what we can find. I found this here. There's a lot of options to go through. They have a lot more newer stuff, but for me, I like to work with the early 90s, mid 90s. Just leaving the comic store, you guys, picked up about 10 comics. More than enough. I picked up an annual book, which usually has a lot more pages. Once again, this is going to be such a dope project to do. It's been on my mind for so long, so I'm super excited to actually get this started. So let's go ahead and finally get into the piece. Peace. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is look through these comics, rate them based off their graphics and their storyline. From there, I'll split them up based off color. So of course, I want the back or the base collage that I'm gonna make to be one color palette or scheme. And then I want that internal collage to play off that, contrast off that, so that you can tell there's a separation in between the two. Now it's time to make some magic. just finished up the inside layout for what we're going to be doing. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is create that outside layout. From there, we'll be able to then start applying to our blank sheet of paper. But let's go ahead and get this outside layout complete. As we finish up this outer layout, I'm going to start focusing on the dialogue a lot more, because I do like to add my own taglines and my own caption boxes in certain areas to kind of allow fluidity in dialogues, to almost create my own little story within the comic itself. Piece of my collage, I noticed that the bottom or the base was going to be too thin to actually have a nice flat lay when I do glue it. So I opened up the frame that I had purchased for this piece itself, and I'm going to actually be using the blank white cardboard backing. I did on that back cardboard piece just make these basic lines showing my top and bottom area, and of course the center. I'll be able to really build off of that because everything is cut pretty straight. So just had to switch it up quick. I noticed something wasn't working out, and just immediately saw what I could do to possibly fix the situation. So, you know, sometimes these things come up when you're working on a project that are unexpected. Try and just do your best to work with what you have. You guys, we are approaching the finish line with this piece. I'm so happy with how it looks. There's a couple things going into these final stages that I'm gonna keep in mind, but I want to show you guys where we're at. Here we are, you guys. You can see that we got Uncle Sam cut out. Our base is pretty much set. I am gonna add additional pieces to fill in these areas, of course. Then from there, we'll be able to apply this nice big cutout. After applying this, we'll apply our final side piece here, which will go along that line that we're playing off of. And then we can add this piece here if we want, just to add a little bit more. We'll kind of pop guys a closer look at it. We got the top left side with the menacing red skull moving things to the right. I love this splitting point here. Love how Captain's moving to the right, everything's to the right. What's up, you guys? So we are on the final steps here. I have everything laid out, everything glued. The next step is going to be adding some final touches. Now, I was going to originally do the quote on the top and the bottom. I just think that would take away a lot from everything that I laid out so meticulously. Have this. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I go outside to work on art, literally the wind picks up. I'm usually spray painting something. It's just wanting to add a little adversity to every piece that I ever make outside. But anyways. So the collage is finished. Now, I did run into an issue, unfortunately, when I was looking to frame the piece. When I did put it in, due to the glue being applied, kind of like what originally happened on that really thin sheet of paper, is the cardboard started to bow, so it has this little bend to it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into fixing this up so that it lays flat in the frame, and then we can get it off to our client. I really appreciate you guys watching this. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. And of course, if there's anything you see that I could have done differently, or you know how to maybe stop this bow when using glue, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But next step is getting this fixed and to the client. It is complete. We got it framed. I know you guys see the emblem there. That's just a protective film on the glass so that when I do remove it, it's fresh for the client. I'm going to do that when I deliver it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, because there's more art on the way. I really appreciate all of you so much. Have a great day and keep creating.